Diyan nakatira si Renren sa Unit A. Gusto nyo, puntahan nyo siya.
Bisitahin niyo ako minsan.
Puntahin nyo. Dito po nakatira si Renren. Siya po ay lungsod ng San Juan. Kaya huwag po tayong maniniwala kapag sinasabi ng iba na hindi siya taga San Juan. At hindi raw totoo ang Unit A in Domingo Street. Sabagat totoo po yan. Dito po yung matatagpuan sa building na to.
Okay. Chairman, yung pong kalye na tinuturo niya, hindi po N. Domingo yan. That is Aluna Street. Okay, corner N. Domingo. So, hindi talaga sa N. Domingo. In fact, ang sinabi niya, ayan, February 2024, ginagawa pa yung sinasabi niyang building. Yan, no? Supposedly, allegedly, bahay na tinitira niya. So talagang pareho silang nagsisinungaling, yung mayor tsaka yung kanyang kandidatong pagkakonsyan. Madam Chair, if I may, I wasn't able to follow the proceedings a while ago, but I think Chairman George mentioned earlier that if there is an increase of 10% of registered voters, that can be considered as a red flag. Am I right?
That's right, Madam Chair, Your Honor.
Okay. The city of San Juan, of course, ito lang naman talagang worry ko has a 16.5 increase in 2019. And in 2022, there's increase of 32% of registered voters. And meron pang disparity. We have 21 barangays all in San Juan, but 9 barangays in San Juan. Tingnan mo yung disparity. Ang total population ng isang barangay, halimbawa Barangay Balong Bato, 7,203. Ang registered voters is 7,394. So mas marami pa ang registered voters doon sa totoong population. Sa Barangay Corazon de Jesus, 7,875 ang population. Ang registered voters is 8,769. Sa Barangay St. Joseph, 2,135 ang population, naging 2,920 ang registered voters. Isabelita, 1,556, naging 1,865. Barangay 11, ang population is 3,736, ginawang 4,000, ang registered voters 4,110. So on and so forth. Malaki po ang disparity ng total number of inhabitants doon sa nakatira sa barangay kaysa doon sa registered voters. Talagang very glaring ang nangyayari sa aming bayan na talagang malaki ang in-increase ng flying voters o flying registrants or whatever you may call it as compared to all the cities here in Metro Manila. Halimbawa, Manila, 9% lang increase. Manila, 6% lang. I'm talking about 2022, ha? Manila, 6% lang. Mandaluyong, 1.3%. Marikina, 5.9%. Pasig, 3.75%. Quezon City, 5.5%. Caloocan, nabawasan pa. Malabon, 16%. Navotas, 3.3%. Valenzuela, 17%. Las Piñas, nabawasan pa, negative pa. Makati, 1.31% lang.
22.
Yeah, 2022. Parañaque, 5.22%. Pasay, negative pa. Pateros, 5.4%. Taguig, 2.0%. San Juan, 32%. Napakaliit po ng bayan ng San Juan. We are the second smallest city in Metro Manila that has the highest number of flying voters. Hindi ko alam kung how can we rectify this the wrongdoings of the people, the officials, the stupid officials leading there in San Juan.
Madam Chair, most recently because of the letter, Madam Chair, of the Senate President Pro Tempore, we already started the conduct of the investigation by our task force. Priority na po ng task force natin. At asahan niyo po hanggang before the end of the year of this month, may findings na po yung task force. And definitely, just like what we did in Makati, what we did in Cagayan, and in such other places, we will be filing cases against, especially if the reason for the increase is the issuance of barangay certification, we will be filing cases against the barangay officials. Katulad din po ng criminal case na initiate namin na sa Makati City, and then we will try to convince the DILG to initiate likewise administrative proceedings para makita po natin yung pattern na yon, kung talagang saan ang galing yung in-increase na 32%.
Thank you, Chairman. Kasi I'm really a bit worried. Not a bit worried, I'm really very worried. Kasi San Juan is being ruled by non-residents of San Juan. Alam mo, first time lang nangyari yan. I'm not against basketball players as long as they are legitimate residents of San Juan. Di sana nag-tryouts na lang sila sa San Juan Knights, baka makuha ko pa sila. Pero as councilors, as public officials, na hindi naman kayo nakatira sa San Juan, hindi naman yata tama yun. In fact, I would like to commend the members of the COMELEC headed by Attorney George Garcia na lumabas na yung disqualification complaint against a certain Renren Ritualo. In fact, yung address na binigay during the budget plenary session, I mentioned earlier, yung address na binigay, it's only Unit A, and Domingo Street. Napakahaba na Domingo Street. In fact, makikita sa video na sila ay nakatayo sa... Meron akong video, no? Nandun yung si Mayor na... Yan.
Alam niyo kung sino nakita ko? Sakto, nandito ako sa San Juan Gym at alam niyo kung sino nakita ko? Yan, si Renren Ritualo. Yan.
Magandang hapon, Mayor. Welcome back.
Yan, so,
Dito ako lang tala dito sa building na to.
yan, no? So, yan ang building na kung saan nakatira si Renren. Kasi from naman po, ikan na karang araw ay susunod daw sa kay naginanggit, no? Na hiraw taga San Juan na tatakpong siya rin. Na Unit A and Domingo Street daw ang nakarating sa Dulce. Ito po naman Unit A and Domingo Street. Ito na yan, Unit A and Domingo Street. Corner Allen Street. At ito nga mo yan. Itong katabi mismo ng San Juan Elementary School at ng Jollibee and Domingo. So, dyan nakatira si Renren sa Unit A. Na gusto nyo, puntahan nyo siya.
Bisitahin niyo ako minsan.
Puntahin nyo, magpapagaling siya sa inyo. Bili niya yung magaling ko yan. Yung mango si Kuya dyan, di ba? So, yan. Dito po nakatara si Renren. Siya po ay taginungsod ng San Juan. Kaya huwag po tayong maniniwala kung patsisyado ng iba na hindi siya taga San Juan. At hindi raw totoo ang Unit A and Domingo Street. Sabagat totoo po yan. Dito po yung matatagpuan sa building na to. No? So, again, sige. Thank you.
Okay. Chairman, kung sabagay hindi naman kayo taga San Juan, yung pong kalye na tinuturo niya, hindi po N. Domingo yan, that is Aluna Street. Okay, corner N. Domingo. So, hindi talaga sa N. Domingo. In fact, ang sinabi niya, ayan, February 2024, ginagawa pa yung sinasabi niyang building. Yan, no? So talagang hindi talaga siya nakatira doon. That was taken February 2024, this year.
Yes, sir.
So, ang nilagay yata niya sa COC niya, nakatira siya dyan, August 15, 2023 pa. So, nung Google Map, February 2024, under construction pa lang yung bahay. Supposedly, allegedly, bahay na tinitira niya. So talagang pareho silang nagsisinungaling, yung mayor tsaka yung kanyang kandidatong pagkakonsyal. That's why siguro wala na siguro lusot yan. I would like to commend and appreciate the members of COMELEC headed by Attorney George for him to really be disqualified, for him not being a bona fide president of San Juan. Yun lang.
Madam Chair, Your Honor, yung investigation po because of the letter of the Honorable Senator Jingoy Estrada addressed to the Commission. We are going to prioritize the investigation. We directed already the task force as what we did in the 9 and the 8 areas in our country, and umasa po kayo na hindi po namin pababayaan kasi na may mga ganyang pag-increase, lalo pa na nanggagaling sa iba't ibang bayan kasi nalilegitimize po yung paglipat kahit naman hindi talaga dapat makalipat dahil lang sa pagpa-issue ng mga barangay certification.
What can we do dito sa mga barangay captains who keeps on issuing barangay certificates, yung mga tungkol sa residency?
Malalaman po namin yun, Madam Chair, Your Honor, kung ilan ang, for example, sa San Juan, ilan po ang na-issue na barangay certification at kung yung ba yung naging dahilan sa pag-increase ng number of voters from 2019 to 2022 to ngayon po yung 2025. Katulad po na nakita namin, very napakaliwanag po yung nakita namin sa Makati at saka sa ibang lugar. So, doon po talaga ang initial na culprit barangay officials Opo, dahil
hindi nyo ba ho jurisdiction ng COMELEC na ni-reprimand itong mga barangay captains who keeps on issuing barangay certificates?
Sa DILG po, Madam Chair, Your Honor, and that's why po yung findings namin, katulad po ng coordination na ginagawa namin sa DILG, will furnish sa DILG. At yun nga po, pwede sila makapag-suspend, pwede sila makapag-disciplinary action. Total naman, Madam Chair, Your Honor, kung sakali meron silang disciplinary action against the barangay, kami rin na mag-i-issue na exemption. And I will definitely promise this committee, if the DILG will ask for an exemption for the imposition of disciplinary action, we will grant. Kasi kami sa amin ang galing So kung mag-a-action sila, we will grant such an exemption for any administrative disciplinary action.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Sen. Jingoy.